Good evening, one and all. So, this is the week zero live interactive session of Animal Physiology course. Myself, Amrita. I'm doing my PhD in Animal Biology at University of Hyderabad, and today I will be discussing a few problems based on your course, which has been taught earlier by Professor Mainak Das, and I hope this will be a useful session for solving your assignments. So the I'll be discussing questions and I'll give you the options and I'll give you 1 minute time and whatever option you feel is correct, just type it in the chat box. Then we'll discuss what is the answer and an explanation to it. So the first question is, in anatomical terms, the dash plane is a vertical plane that divides body into left and right portions. And the options are transverse, sagittal, frontal, and coronal. So your time starts now. Are you able to guess the answer? So, okay, I say transverse. Okay. So time up. So the correct answer is sagittal. So we'll know how. So basically there are three anatomical body planes as described in the picture here, and so the three are transverse plane, frontal or coronal plane, and the sagittal and the lateral plane. So our correct answer is sagittal or lateral plane. How? The question was, the dash plane is a vertical plane that divides the body into left and right portions. So the only vertical plane, there are two vertical planes actually. This one is also a vertical plane division and this one is also a vertical plane division. But it is written that it will divide your body into right and left pieces. So this is the plane which is sagittal plane which divides our body into anterior and posterior parts, that is the right and left parts. The correct answer is sagittal plane. So moving on to the second question, which of these muscle types is non-striated? Your options are cardiac muscles, smooth muscles, skeletal muscles, or none. So your time starts now. So I'll request you all to please attend the sessions, the course, whatever is being taught throughout this week before the Tuesday, as I will be taking the live session every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I request all of you to please attend the classes and then come to this live session. So you will be able to answer the questions, at least you'll be able to try it, you'll understand the questions. It may be wrong, that is not a problem, but if you don't come prepared at all, you'll find the questions new and you won't enjoy it as well. So, okay, so most of the students have answered it. So, the correct answer is smooth muscles. So, basically, there are three types of muscle cells in our body. These are the cardiac muscle cells, skeletal muscle cells, and smooth muscle cells. So, what are the properties of these muscle cells which make them different from each other? So, uh, cardiac muscles and smooth muscles both are involuntary muscles, whereas skeletal muscles are voluntary in nature. And cardiac muscles and skeletal muscles are the ones which are striated, whereas smooth muscles are non-striated muscles, which was the question. So the correct answer is smooth muscle cells. Moving on to the next question, dendrites and axons are part of which cell type? Options are neuron, nephron, mast cell, and glia. So your time starts now. I hope you all are feeling the questions are easy, and I hope this discussion will help you to solve your assignments. Okay, many people have given the answer. It was a very easy question actually. So the correct answer is neuron. So this is the structure of a neuron. As we all know, neuron is the basic unit of brain, and it has different parts like axon, dendrites, cell body, nucleus, uh, and synaptic terminals. So, as the question was, which of the cell includes the axon and dendrite as well? So, the correct answer is neuron. So moving on to the next question, in integumentary system, which of these is not a part of cutaneous membrane? And your options are epidermis, dermis, papillary nails, and nails. So your time starts now. Let's see who is giving the right answers. Please note down your marks as well. At last, we'll see how many of you have given the right answers for all of the questions and how many of you have done mistakes. Okay, dermis, dermis, nails. Okay, let's see what is the correct answer. So the correct answer is nails. So the integumentary system is divided into two, that is the cutaneous membrane and the accessory structures. So the cutaneous membrane includes the epidermis, dermis and papillary layer, which were the first three options. And the only odd one out here is nails, which comes under the accessory structures and not under the cutaneous membrane. So the correct answer is nails. Next, moving on to variation in hair color is because of options are light around us, the food we eat, structural differences in variation and amount of melanin, or all of the above. So your time starts now. Okay, people are giving different answers. Let's see what is the correct answer. Answer is structural differences in variation and amount of melanin. So melanin is the core protein which is responsible for our hair color variation. We'll see how. So basically melanin is the pigment which gives black color to our hair and reduce and decrease in the melanin leads to gray hair. However, melanin are also of two types, that is the eumelanin, pheomelanin. uh, with eumelanin, our hair color is brown or black, and as it changes to pheomelanin, the hair color can be blonde hair or red hair as well. So the correct answer is structural differences as well as variation in the amount of melanin, because more amount of melanin leads to black color of the hair, and as the melanin decreases in the melanocytes which secrete this melanin, it leads to gray color hair. So with aging, melanin in our body decreases, which leads to gray hair. So moving on to the next question, what is keloid? Keloid is a bone tissue or a hair tissue or a lung tissue or a scar tissue. So your time starts now. This is a new term actually. Let's see how many people know this term. Okay, scar tissue. Most of us are writing scar tissue. Okay, congratulations. The answer is actually scar tissue. I'm happy that most of you know the answer. So, what are keloid scars? A keloid scar is an enlarged raised scar that can be pink, red, skin colored, or darker than the surrounding skin. They can develop after very minor skin damage, such as an acne spot or piercing, and spread beyond the original area of the skin damage. So, we can see the picture of a keloid scar here. It looks really scary. Okay. So moving on to the next question. C cells of thyroid gland secrete options: calcitonin, calcitriol, thyroxine, or growth hormone. And your time starts now. Okay. Let's see who all are the right answers. Okay, most of you are voting to calcitonin, and yes, calcitonin is the right answer. So, uh, in the thyroid gland, there are many different types of cells like the follicular cell, parafollicular cell, and which is also known as the C cell, which secretes calcitonin. Whereas the other options were calcitriol, which is not secreted by the C cells, as well as thyroxine or growth hormones are not secreted by the C cells. Calcitriol is the active form of vitamin D, normally made in the kidney, not by the thyroid glands. And thyroxine is a main hormone secreted by the thyroid gland, but not by the C cells. Whereas the growth hormone is produced by pituitary gland, not by the thyroid gland, which actually regulates our height, bone length, and muscle growth. So all of you know why the rest of the options are incorrect and why calcitonin is the right answer. So the next question is, white matter is the region dominated by options: myelinated axons, unmyelinated axons, skeletal muscles, and nephrons. Okay, some are writing myelinated axons, some are writing unmyelinated axons. People are confused about it. Let's see what's the right answer. So the right answer is myelinated axons. So here are two pictures which differentiates between myelinated neurons and unmyelinated neurons. So myelinated neurons are those which have a myelin sheath in their axon, whereas unmyelinated neurons are the ones which do not have a myelin sheath. So white matter mainly consists of masses of these myelinated axons, and gray matter consists of masses of the unmyelinated axons. So the answer is myelinated axons. Moving on to the next question. The dash is a ring-like structure containing melanocytes and is a part of the eye. Options are ciliary muscles, retina, iris, and cornea. Let's see who is giving the right answer. This is the second question on melanocytes. Previously, we also discussed a question related to melanocytes. Let's see who's giving the right answer. Okay. So the correct answer is iris. So this is the structure of eye, and here the picture shows the different parts of the eye like the iris, cornea, pupil, lens, ciliary muscles, which all of these were in the options. We can see the cornea as well as iris. Iris is the only one um, which shows the color of our eye, which is visible from outside. uh, because and the color of our eye, like the because of the iris, varies from person to person. Some have blue eyes, some have brown, some have black. This is because of the melanocytes present within the iris. So the correct option is iris. And this is our last question of this session. The plasma membrane, sorry for the mistake, the plasma membrane is a, options are sulfated monolayer, phospholipid bilayer, rigid structure, or red colored structure. And your time starts now. It is plasma membrane. Typing mistake. Okay, most of you know the correct answer, which is phospholipid bilayer. So the plasma membrane is a phospholipid bilayer semi-permeable membrane, and as we can see here, there are two lipid beds, and the proteins and carbohydrates are embedded in them, as well as lipids are also present. So the correct answer is the plasma membrane is a phospholipid bilayer with proteins and carbohydrates embedded in it. So now we'll see how much marks each of you have got. Please answer honestly that out of 10 questions, how many of you have um, done correctly? Let's see the majority students. marks. Okay, most of you have scored 5 or above 4, above 5. Congratulations to you all. And I ensure all of you that as you listen to the classes properly, you'll be definitely able to answer all the questions. And that's why I request you all again to please attend all the classes before joining to this interactive session. This will only help you in answering the problems and feel motivated to learn more and more from this interactive session. Okay, so this is all for today. We'll meet again next Tuesday. Till then, goodbye. Keep learning.